Welcome, everybody. This is your host, Matt Williams, here with Whiskey Talk, where we talk and we discuss everything, and I do mean everything. New York Giants football, baby. But you know how we started off. Today's episode, we will be discussing the 2026 and 2027 season sketch, baby. And it's a good one. It's a good one. So I'm eager to dive into it. So go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share. Go ahead, let's spread this out. So to kick off week 1, Sunday Night Football primetime, baby, at MetLife. Against who? No better team to play week 1 than Dallas. Dallas, week 1, Sunday Night Football at MetLife. Week 2, Monday Night Football versus the LA Rams. Another primetime game, but this one is on the road in LA. Week 3 versus Tennessee, a Sunday game at home at MetLife. Week 4 versus Arizona, again at MetLife. Week 5 versus Washington. Now, this one is at Washington. So we start off one of our division games in their territory. Week 6 versus New Orleans at MetLife. Week 7 versus Houston in Houston. I want you guys to keep an eye on that. I'm going to come back to that later. Week 8 is our bye week. Week 9, first game against Philly at Philly. Week 10, Thursday night football versus Washington again to close out our 2-game battle a year. Week 11 versus Jacksonville. This one is at Jacksonville. Or in Jacksonville. I guess I should take a shot for that, right? That was kind of stupid. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take a sip. All right, so now we're back at it. After Jacksonville's week 12, another Sunday game, but this one is against Indiana at Indy. I'm going to talk about that heavy later. All right, week 13, San Francisco versus New York at MetLife at home. Week 14, Seattle, Super Bowl champions at Seattle. Week 15, Cleveland Browns versus New York at home. Week 16, Monday Night Football. Excuse me. Week 16, Monday Night Football versus Detroit in Detroit. Week 17, our second game against Dallas. This one is at Dallas. And week 18, last game of the season, we know no better way to close it out than a good game against Philly at home at MetLife. Can't really get any better than that. You end the season off with 2 divisional rival opponents. There's no better way to smack the NFL in the mouth than to whoop their ass at the end of the season. You feel me? Now, the digital world, the internet, they have the New York Giants as a 7.5 win total team this season. That's the reason why I decided to go back into the video and now go through the schedule and give my prediction, because that's bullshit. 7.5 wins, so 8 games. That's bullshit. There's 8 games on this schedule that I can say are guaranteed wins. Like, there's no way we should lose these games. So let's run through it. Week 1 versus Dallas, primetime game at MetLife, at home, primetime. John Harbaugh, our coach, Jackson Dart, our quarterback. Hopefully a healthy Malik Neighbors, healthy Cam Scatterbull. I don't know. I don't think we're going to take that one as a loss. I think opening night, Sunday night football, primetime football game, that Odell Beckham on the team, Odell Beckham. Stop it. I think week 1, we take that. LA Rams versus New York. Another primetime game, but this one, the Monday night game, this is at LA. I'm going to give that one to LA, so I'm going to say a loss for New York. Week 3, Tennessee versus New York. Battle game against Brian Daboll, because he's now, that's a dub for New York. That's a win. Week 4 versus Arizona, that's a win. They got rid of Kyler Murray. They added in Jeremiah Love, so they're going to have a good run game, but That's at MetLife. That's a win. So right now, going through first 4 weeks, 3-1. Right? Week 5 versus Washington. This is at Washington. I give that a dub for us too. Week 6, New Orleans. That's I don't even have to say anything. Week 7 versus Houston. They're a really good team and they're really coached well. I'm gonna take that as a learning lesson for Jackson Dart. It's not a loss, it's a learning lesson. Week 8 is the bye. So before the bye, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-2. Before the bye, my prediction is we will be 5-2 and leading the NFC East. Remember, I said it. Quote me on that. We will be 5-2 going into the bye, and we will be number 1 in the NFC East. Now, after the bye is our very first game against Philly. Sunday game, but this is at Philly. I'll give us a loss for that one. I'll give us a loss for that one. That Philly crowd is hard, and I think it'll affect us. We're still a team that needs to build together and build more chemistry. We very well may be able to do it with this 5-2 record, but I think that first game against Philly, since it's like almost a brand new team, that's gonna be like a learning lesson too. It's gonna be something like that. Next, week 10, Washington at home in MetLife. That's a dub. We winning that. That's at home. Week 11 versus Jacksonville, New York, in New York. I said, well, versus. I'm keeping that on camera too. Jacksonville versus New York in New York. They're not the same team. I'm going with the W for New York. Week 12, Indiana versus New York. At Indiana, I don't care that we're in Indiana. We're smacking Daniel Jones in his fucking mouth. That's a dub. Week 13 versus San Francisco at home. I will give us a loss on that one, even though it's at home, and it's gonna be like a revenge game for Odell Beckham. Hell, and Juju's, assuming they make the roster. They're a good team and they're well coached, and it's gonna be our first time where we have a higher level team going against these higher level teams. I think we will lose that one. Like I said, we'll probably lose to the LA Rams, Matthew Stafford, and then Myles Garrett on the defense. Those are two great captains. So, and then Houston, I think they're well put together as a roster, and they are well coached. So I think we'll lose that one too. So when it comes down to San Francisco, I think we might lose that one, but I'm gonna put that one as a question mark actually. But the next week against the Super Bowl champs, it's at Seattle. That's a loss. I think we'll lose that one. Week 15 versus Cleveland at home. Shador Sanders is getting cooked, or Dylan Gabriel, whoever's their quarterback, he's getting cooked. Week 16 versus Detroit. That's a dub. I don't care what any of y'all say on this camera. With Jameis Winston as our quarterback last year, we damn near won that damn game. Stop the bullshit. We're cooking them this year. Monday Night Football as a revenge game. They should not have won that. And Jameis Winston caught a receiving touchdown that game. Hit him with a, hey, hit him with something like that. And then hit him with the dice roll in the end zone for a celebration dance in the end zone. Stop the bullshit. We're winning that game. Week 17 versus Dallas. Now, this week 17 game versus Dallas and this week 18 game versus Philly, I want to talk about these two games, because it depends on what the record is looking like. If the record flows to my way right now, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. So we'll be a 10-5 team going into week 17 and week 18. How we play these two games are really kind of critical because it depends on the schedule. Are Dallas and Philly going to be playing their starters because they already have a guaranteed playoff spot? Excuse me. I don't believe that's going to be the case. I do believe the New York Giants are going to be the number one seed this year in the NFC East. I'm stamping on it. Whatever you want to say, say it. And it depends though, because what if we're all close? What if we're all like 10-5, 9-6 teams and stuff like that? And we're fighting at the end of the season. That makes these two last games interesting. So I'm gonna make my decision on if all three of us are fighting for the playoffs. Okay. Week 17 versus Dallas. Dallas has a good schedule this season. I'm gonna take that as a dub. And I'm gonna take Philly the last game as a dub too. We're at home to end off the season and a reason to push for the playoffs. I'm taking that as a dub. So 12-5 is where I see the New York Giants. 12-5 record is what I predict for the New York Giants. It's very possible. It's very possible. Shout out to Bobby Skinner for dropping the schedule first. Shout out to you, big dog. But yeah, I 12-5. 12-5. That's what I see the New York Giants. So when it is week 18 going into the playoffs and the New York Giants are a 12-5 team or better, come on over to Whiskey Talk and come say thank you, sir, because I will appreciate it. But that, you guys, wraps up this episode. And I got it under 15 minutes. So, like I said, this is your host, Matt Williams, aka The Kid, and you're here with me on Whiskey Talk, where we talk everything, and I do mean everything New York Giants football, baby. Episode 2 was the schedule breakdown. Now we close it out, and there's only one right way to do it. Ah, and I'm out this motherfucker.